had to deliver some tough love. And so what do I mean by that? Well, I had a scenario with a salesperson that basically had a customer walk out, and he put that back on me. Now, I was waiting for the salesperson to come back up, tell me what the customer's offer was. He did not understand that. And now the thing is here, he's been doing this for over 9 months. So he understood what he needed to do. He just did not do it. And he pushed back on me and said, well, that's your fault because I didn't understand what to do. And so I was dealing with multiple customers at the time. Afterwards, I lit into him. Now, I don't typically do that, but I do think there are times where you have to really let people know that their bullshit will not be accepted for the benefit of them and everyone else that is involved with them. And I lit into him, and I did not allow him to make that excuse. He took it really hard. I don't enjoy doing things like that, but I know that they are necessary. And again, I don't care what anybody says. Being stern, strict, elevated in certain scenarios trains the mind to think before they act. I'm not talking about being physically abusive, even though sometimes there's situations where that could be necessary. But as far as talking to one individual or another as a professional, if you're not getting elevated, you're not passionate. And people who are not elevated, that's just strange to me. You don't have emotion, you don't have passion, and I think it's absolutely required when you're in sales to have passion and emotion. So again, everybody's going to have their own opinion. I don't care. That's my opinion. It's the way that I see it, and it's been extremely effective for me and the people that I've coached, trained, led, for them to elevate to another level. So I take them into a room after we cool it down a little bit. I say, do you understand why I got elevated with you? And he started doing the excuses and going back for it. I said, no, do you understand why I got elevated with you? He's like, well, because the customer walked out. I said, well, that's part of it, but why did the customer come out? He's like, walk out. He's like, well, I'm controlling the situation. 100%. I said, you've been here over 9 months now. What do you think you should have done in that situation? He said, well, I should have, asked for the offer, and then I should have came to you with whatever the offer was. I said, yeah, it's that simple. So why did you put it back on me? Why is that my responsibility? He's like, oh, I guess it's not. And so, again, there were other words and things like that, but it was a really good bonding and elevating moment for him to realize, that the power is yours to control your deals to the best of your ability. And I'm not saying you can 100% control your deals, but you can set the tempo. You can take actions to serve others and yourself and your team better. And after that, it was like a light bulb. Hey, yeah, absolutely. That's my responsibility. Why am I putting that off on you? It's the same thing as well, I'm sitting at home and I have no money, but I won't go get a job. Well, then you can't complain about not having money. You also can't complain about not being able to pay for things, seeing as you don't earn money and you're not willing to go get a job to earn money. And so a lot of times we get in our own heads, we want to just push back on other people when what we should be doing is accepting full responsibility for ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the truth to success. The core thing that you need to do as an individual if you want to succeed is to take responsibility for the actions you are taking, which are leading you to the results that you are getting. And if you do not like those results, then you need to really self-reflect and change the actions you are taking so that you can get different results. It's really not that difficult, in a fundamental practice understanding. it is when you let emotions get in the way. So again, I hope that the message today comes through as, if people are tough on you, take it as a lesson. If a situation is tough on you, take it as a lesson. If it's hard to achieve, take it as a lesson. Take it as a gift that you have the opportunity to endure this thing or overcome this challenge or persevere over this hard time so that you can get to the thing that you want, because that is the understanding that you need to have to be successful in anything that you do, to accomplish anything that you do. So I hope that you continue to take accountability for yourself and don't take life so seriously. Just take things as lessons. You have an opportunity to learn from these lessons. You have an opportunity to respond to these things. Don't just react. Think about the way in which you want to respond so that you can get the result that you want. Guys, have a great morning. Thank you for staying on. Stay lavish.